Y'all, I gotta go fill my gas tank up. Somebody said Diddy on the run and he need a ride.
Junior want to not be on my I can't really see what did I miss. Ex-strippers.
Come on in here, you guys. We are here for the You Say What show. And honey, this one is an emergency. There's so much going on. Honey, come on. Subscribe to the channel. Click the bell for notifications. Give the videos a thumbs up. Honey, engage with me down in the comments, if you will, y'all. And also, share the video, honey. Tell somebody to come on over here. And hello to my new subbies that we have acquired over the week. Yay! Give a hand clap for the new subbies. You'll love it here, honey. Go ahead and watch the videos, the different story times and all that different stuff. You're going to love it here. All right, you guys, honey. It's been a lot. Now look at here. Matthew Ryan 11111, y'all, one of my OG subscribers here, had mentioned that I had said something about P. Diddy. I've been saying it for a while. He said my intuition, honey, was right. So P. Diddy on the run, baby. Diddy is gone. Y'all, if you see me today and you see my eye go like this, I don't know why my eye keep twitching, honey. It said that your eye would twitch from stress, anxiety, too much caffeine, or whatever else. I haven't had any caffeine. So I don't know, honey. I ain't fatigued. Maybe I'm stressed, honey. I'm stressed about P. Diddy and this foolishness that's going on. Honey, the day of absolute reckoning is here. Like it was in Shawshank Redemption. Have you ever watched Shawshank Redemption? At the very end, when they was coming out of nowhere, the police was coming because they was going to get the warden and all of them that did they mess. Honey, I'm telling you now, the day of redemption has come for P. Diddy. Honey, y'all know I love the Lord Jesus Christ, and there's a scripture that says your sins will find you out. Now, this is the crazy part, you guys. So they raided his mansion that was in Miami, and they also raided his mansion that was in LA. So there's a big to-do. Here's the pictures of what his mansion looks like when it was raided. People are making a big to-do about the feds coming in and raiding his place and leaving it looking like that. Let me tell you something. I ain't never been raided by the feds. I don't want to be raided by the feds. But I know when they coming in there, they ain't shuffling through your paperwork gently and putting stuff back. They coming in there, they ripping stuff off the walls, baby. They tearing up your stuff, and they may tear some stuff up unnecessarily. You know, they get a little aggressive when they tearing up stuff. It is what it is. So, but I felt like that was just a reason for people to deflect from what was going on. So look, Diddy has been accused of multiple things. Sex trafficking. He had drugs, they said, in the home. He had a gun in the home. And so there's so many different people that's coming out. Uncle Luke has spoke on it. Tyrese has spoke on it. Some other people has spoke and said that they were supporting Diddy. They were supporting him. Okay, I just don't really feel. I know everything ain't came out, and they're trying to say they're setting this black man up. Let me just say this. Can we really, for a moment, just be doggone honest? Let's be honest, people. Wrong is wrong, and right is right. And everything is not a setup for the black man. Ooh, and I said that, and I'm black. Everything is, have black men been set up? Yes. Have black women been set up? Yes. Because they have, you know, people may not want them in position or in power. That does happen. However, P. Diddy has done so many different things, and so many people have said it. Things that he has done it's not a crime to be a freak, but it's a crime to be a freak and you're sex trafficking people out, and you're abusing people and all kinds of stuff down through the years. And now it has come forward, and you're going to reap what you sow. Let me tell you something. You will reap what you sow before you leave this earth, honey, and you may reap it after you leave here. Look at Bill Cosby. Honey, Bill Cosby been drugging folks since the 60s, baby. And it came to bite him in the butt. Half blind, half dead, don't know where he at. Got a few marbles Dr. Huxtable had in his head, honey. And it came back in his 80s. You're going to reap what you sow, good or bad, before you leave this earth. It is inevitable. You don't even have to believe in God. You don't have to believe in the Bible. None of that. It's going to come back and get you before you leave here. And the man's day of reckoning has come. It has come, honey, and it has come swiftly. Now, I believe Casey is the one that started the whole domino effect of this thing just going about. She filed charges on him. The next day, he settled the matter. Okay, you settled the matter, but why did you pay her if you're so innocent? And so Uncle Luke, y'all, you know the don't stop, get it, do the brown. You already nasty, so of course a freak gonna support a freak. So I really can't take too much from Uncle Luke. But Uncle Luke was dropping some serious, information about you can't, I think Diddy is suing Ciroc, which is Diageo. They're suing Diageo because he's said because of racial discrimination. I guess they weren't pushing Ciroc because he was the face behind Ciroc liquor versus the other liquor that came out, and it was a white person pushing that. And so Uncle Luke was basically saying, when these people make you a millionaire, they own you. Well, he's not a millionaire, he's a billionaire. This man ain't sold no clothes. He ain't signed no new person. Sure, he makes money from residuals from the Bad Boy and all of that, but it ain't popping enough to make you like a whole lot billionaire. So he was getting $60 million a year from Diageo to promote Ciroc. And he felt like he really they wasn't promoting it because of his color or whatever, the whole racial discrimination, gotta be because of color. And so now all of a sudden people are trying to link his demise to that. Nah, bruh, you already was into some stuff. Could this have helped it? Could be. Because these corporations, honey, got a lot of people in their pockets. And remember, I told you that I worked at a liquor company. We cut liquor labels. Diageo was one of our main, main contracts was Diageo. And Diageo makes just about every liquor you can think of is Diageo. Crown Royal, Crown Peach, Crown Apple, Smirnoff, honey, Diageo got a list. And those were that was the main contract that the company that I worked for cut was Diageo. So when they said Diageo, I didn't know Diageo had Ciroc because we never cut Ciroc labels. But Diageo is a major liquor distributor across the world. Not just North America, but across the world, basically. They do Red Stripe in Jamaica, all of those labels. And so Diddy is on the run. He is on the run. And it's a mess. And Diddy is not going to be the only one that is on the run. When you start, let me tell you what I feel. And I'm just going to tell you guys how I feel. You can tell me if you disagree, but normally I'm not really too much off on what I say if I really feel something. Diddy is the type, Diddy was never really a bad boy. He's not really cut from that type of cloth to me. Diddy became ruthless because the power was given to him, which made him ruthless. Some people are just hardcore, with money, without money, they just are. Diddy didn't give me that vibe. He always gave me as this goofy cornball, I want to say, type dude. He got power and then he got ruthless. But if you take that power away, you just have this cornball or this lame. To be honest, if it all comes down crashing, I believe Diddy gone unalive himself. I don't think Diddy has it in him to withstand trial and every bit of backlash that's going to come along with it if he don't start singing. Tweet, 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 tweet. If he don't start singing, and God forbid if they get hold of some tapes and things of that nature. This is my other prediction. I believe Russell, I'm not saying nobody's land, Russell is going to get it too. Russell has has down through the years, name has been mentioned in a lot of different things, and it was kind of swept under the rug. From underage girls to several different things that were not appropriate, but it was swept under the rug. Russell, I just really see Russell, when it goes down for him, I really see Russell in court just like real life breaking down. Just emotional, real life breaking down. Because he doesn't really give me that hard exterior per se. He doesn't. But I believe he's going to be like remorseful. But I believe Russell, if he gets put in prison, I believe Russell just going to like die in prison. I just believe he's going to die in prison by way of just natural causes or by way of somebody did something to him in order for him to die in prison. Jay, read between the lines because I'm not saying nobody's last name, is ruthless. Jay is ruthless with or without the money. And he's cold. He's cold. If I was to say he was going to go to court, I don't believe he would show not one bit of emotion. I believe he will have this nonchalant, dead look the entire time. The absolute entire time. Now, I do believe other people's names are going to start getting mentioned in it. I believe Usher's name is going to be one of the ones that comes up in the midst of this whole entire investigation. But it's not mentioned as if he did something wrong. But I think Usher holds a whole lot of information regarding things that he knew. And I believe Usher may be pulled in as as a witness. But I don't think he's going to be pulled in as a witness. But Usher, I don't believe, is going to fold or give information. It's going to be so vague. The only way they're going to get any real information out of him is if they ask the right question to pull it out of him. But so far as to give that information, he's not going to give that information. But because he's been associated with it, he's been in it by default with his mom sending him there to live with that man. He knew more about it afterwards. I believe he took pleasure in it as it got older. And I believe that his image is going to be marred. Is going to be dirtied some. That he's not going to really have as great of a following as he had before. It's going to do something to his career because you know too much and you didn't say nothing. But yet and still, you was a victim of it when you were younger as well. It's a lot going on. I think they tossed Young Miami's name out. What's her name? Carisha. And said that she was hauling, honey, pink cocaine. Somebody said, Diddy gotta have pink cocaine. He can't have regular cocaine. He gonna have pink cocaine. So they said that she was taking pink cocaine back and forth, and that she was actually her and I think two other people that was mentioned in the federal documents were saying that they were responsible for recruiting women, to actually come there. Now, let me say this. For those that went, as an adult, me, Sherry, as an adult, if I want to go and I'm just on that freaky crap and go, then that's on my own. I'm there on my own. But if you're keeping me there and you're making me by force do other things that I wasn't in agreement with it, that's where you get the lines blurred. And I think that's when it done tipped over into something illegal. So I think that's where people is getting it mixed up. Like, well, these people was wanting to be there. Yeah, some of them may initially went there, but then they got a little bit too reggae and you couldn't get out or whatever it is. But that's just what I feel about the whole thing. We're going to let it play out and see what actually happens. But honey, 2024 is taking all the prisoners. When I say ain't nobody getting away with nothing in 2025, I don't know what's going on with 2024, baby, but it's cracking open and old stuff is coming out. And it just is what it is. And I think what happens, you guys, is sometimes, and you guys tell me how you feel, I think sometimes people get so comfortable doing wrong stuff that they really, in their mind, start thinking they're invincible. Like, I can't be touched. And I can see how somebody could feel like that for a minute. You know, when you keep doing stuff, and then it escalates and escalates. So now they're starting to show a lot of clips of things that Diddy has said, or inappropriate touches, or things that seem like it's along that line. They're reading into every clip this man ever did. They're reading into it. Some things are there, some things are just not there. Some things they're just tossing out. But I just really feel like it's just his day of reckoning. It's just his day of reckoning. You did it. You enjoyed it. You did it for years. And now it's time to pay the piper. It's just time to pay the piper. Everybody has to pay the piper. Don't nobody get away with nothing. If I go around here dogging folks all day long for, my whole entire life, I ain't did nobody right, my day gonna come with something. It's gonna be a bunch of people don't do me right. I don't get around that because of who I am. It's just like, but I think people fool themselves and have a false sense of reality, as if it's never going to come back, because I've been doing it for so long. And then the longer you do stuff, the more escalated it gets, and the more vile it gets, and the more freakier it gets. And then, okay, well, if I've been doing this, well, let me go grab children, let me do this, let me do that. And it's out of control. Is totally, Diddy was just out of control, y'all. Just point blank and period. He was out of control. Everybody knew about it. I knew about it. I didn't get invited to no party when I went there. But, he definitely ain't my type. Baby, I don't know who talking about, who said, you ain't really ugly, you just broke. No, baby. Some people just, they ain't cute. And that man, to me, has never, ever been attractive at all. And then it was just something about the way he looks. To me, honestly, he looks evil. His outward face, the way his eyebrows sit, the man just looks evil to me. Always has. And that's just what it is. It's just what it is. So we're going to see how it's going to play out, y'all. But, ooh, Chad, honey, Hollywood is... it's getting it. It's getting it. And Lizzo says she's getting out the music business, honey. I said, well, Miss Lizzo, what happened? She said she gone out the business. We're going to see how that go. She like to throw a little temper tantrum every now and then, but she says she getting out the business. And honey, it's a whole lot of going on around here. Baby, I said, let me do a 911 emergency. You say what show? Because this right here, honey, baby, ain't no joke. But much prayers to the families of those that perished in the Baltimore bridge. That got hit by I guess a cargo, a barge. They got hit by the barge. Much prayer for those people. I was watching the video and I saw people going across the bridge, and the people at the time when they were going across the bridge had no idea that this cargo barge was going to slam into that bridge. And in my mind, I'm thinking, go, 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 go. And they're flying across the bridge, flying. And I'm like, go, get off. Y'all get off the bridge. And sure enough, when he hit, I guess it was people. I didn't see any cars going across initially where it hit, but probably at the beginning, because it collapsed, some of the people went down in the water. I want to say it was some workers. I'm not for sure who it was, but much prayer for those families, and much prayer for that mayor that has to rebuild that city. You're going to have all eyes on you, critiquing you about everything that you do. Much prayer for that city as a whole. We got bridges here in Cincinnati. I couldn't imagine one of those bridges going down and people perishing. How do they get back and forth? I don't know what that bridge is connected to, that Francis Scott Key Bridge, if it's going from one state to the next state or what, but much prayer for that entire Baltimore area. It's just craziness. So, you guys, that I had to do a You Say What show, y'all. I had to do the emergency one, honey, because they say Diddy on the run and he looking for some gas money. I can't pick him up, though. I'll pick you up and take you to the daggone feds, okay? I'm like, y'all got a reward around here? Take you right over there to the jailhouse, baby, where you belong. So we gonna see how it go. But they said, some people say he innocent. Some people say they just trying to take down a black man. Let me tell you something. We have to start taking accountability for if we're wrong. If we're wrong, especially as for black people. If wrong is wrong and right is right, we do not get a pass. And nobody, put it like this, I'll recant that. Nobody gets a pass when you just wrong. I don't care what your color of your skin is. But let's not uphold somebody based upon their skin color and you know they wrong. I don't care if the man ain't been to court or not. That man wrong. That's just how I feel. That man dead wrong, been wrong, and been doing some old nasty stuff, honey. And it just done came down the pipeline. But pray for his children, honey, because the kids in the middle of it, and I think they handcuffed some of the children and all that stuff. And at the end of the day, their mom died. And then that's your dad that takes care of you, and he's under all this investigation, the mockery that comes along. So when we're making memes and all that stuff, this man got kids. And I don't know how I would feel if my dad was being accused of all these different allegations and I got his last name and the whole world talking about him, even me, on this little podcasty thingy, you know. Well, so it's a lot more involved. It's a lot more involved than just him, his victims. You got his children too. So, you guys have an amazing weekend. Have a happy Resurrection Day. And if you call it Easter, happy Easter. I hope you guys enjoyed your day. I had me a good old wing dinner today. I didn't do no barbecuing, didn't do no cooking. If you cook today, please put it down in the comments so I can just salivate over your comments on what you actually cooked. You guys, I think next week I'm going to do some cooking and comedy, y'all. And I ain't going to be cooking. I'm making smoothies, you guys. So I'm trying to change my life again. And I'm trying to eliminate one meal out of the day. I think it's going to be breakfast. I'm going to eliminate one meal and I'm going to replace that meal with a smoothie. So I've been doing it all week long. It's not really been all that bad. So just doing some lifestyle, some health changes, lifestyle changes for myself for health issues. Don't got no health issues, but I don't want no health issues neither, y'all. I'm too old for that kid now. You guys have an amazing weekend, and I will see you next week. Peace.